abusuye mo kwa ba de ba Kofi Countryman CTV na Captain Smart ensem bi abetu dwa abusuya seseye no de warning kese pa na osoma eto de akwakoma NDC amanyukuo no kire mo se sede ensuo ye no saa na awia beye na wahwemu ahu se ase NDC amanyukuo no ye ma ebi mu appointment nsen ya no dwe ne ahantan ana ahyase eba enkrofo ni bi mu a wono ankasa de nani atofom ahu se saa dwe ne ahantan no ebekọ de atia NDC amanyukuo no ene oru adwo Mahama enti ono Captain Smart de obese na no atopa agu NDC amanyukuo no so pa anya asem ketwa okire mu a saa dwe na nana kufuado ne government ye ya obo machi no wo se nso hu se saa no oru adwo Mahama ene ne nkrofo nso ahyase ye wo be free bi mu kro mo mpeke chese wo be ye nyema hoduo bebere se wo pese onya omo ya appoint omo bi mpo attention onya omo attention abusia ensem no emu ya ye ne papa yen konkotie Captain Smart na afie no yen fa de aka enso ento aso e ba ye beto aso e de ma
mo amo serve wa ban we mu mo se de we ye bom abaso ye kama sem de bra ukunjimi a bia me kan kire me se kapenye e kanu kure na kirewo men kan kire me se menye se de ye bom abaso and uti captain uti captain you no problem abaso bono ba ye de be ma wo na mum ye careful munye careful ade bia wo ye bia ne mpacho fa adwen to ho no metu ameka se ahomaso no abasoro ntem dodo mahomaso no mumu bi no mu de ahyase ntem dodo we are monitoring and watching eje gron emo bia mfro bia phone no
daughter of a murderer, sit down. Now, when you heard that, what is the first thing that came in your mind? Let's just be honest, okay? Now, the first thing is that wasn't honorable. It shouldn't have come from anybody's mouth. But let's not play sentiments. Let's not let only sentiments and emotions rule our thinking. Zeneta was, first of all, enabling someone to bastardize another dead man, someone's father. She was busy enabling Tamale Central's MP, that is Honorable Mutala, to insult JB Dankwa, to tarnish the image of a dead man, yeah? But when someone called her daughter of a murderer, you are now emotional, you are now running into sentiment. You see, everything happens for a reason. If she wasn't enabling someone to tarnish the image of another dead man or another man's father, nobody would have referred to her as daughter of a murderer, even though we know for a fact that J.J. Rawlings was a murderer. Okay, so let me ask you a simple question. If we have a military ruler today who goes about killing anybody he wants based on his own definition, what would you call him? What are you going to call him? He's doing a service for this nation by killing people. How does that make sense? J.J. Rawlings was a murderer. He murdered people who did not align with his thinking. He murdered people who did not align with his philosophy. And that is a fact. Going into the 2020 election, there was nowhere that Adedapo Akufo-Addo said that if anybody stands in the way of the military, they should shoot him. All right? But because this death was caused under his government, people were quick to calling him a murderer. The NDC has engaged in using more painful words, more harsh words on Akufo-Addo than any president this country has ever witnessed. And then when they were given the opportunity to at least withdraw, when they were given the opportunity to at least be honorable, to at least act diplomatic, yeah, they said that no, that is their opinion. They stand on it. It is my opinion that J.J. Rawlings was a murderer. And there are facts to it. He killed people with no reasons. He killed people just simply because they did not align with his philosophies. It is a fact. And I don't need any concrete evidence to defend my claim. Because going by Sam George's defense, he told us that all the names he called Akufo-Addo, all the names he called our judges, all the names he called the Chief Justice, he said that they were founded on reasons. Yeah? Even though he did not present any reason. He was on record. He was on oath. He did not present any evidence. And I'm not on oath. And I can't call J.J. Rawlings a murderer. And that is a fact. Stop emotionalizing these things. This council of law or whatever who came and said they want to find that person. What are you going to do with that person? You can't do FOCO. You cannot do FOCO. And nobody should come and apologize for that rhetoric. Nobody should come and apologize, even though it is not honorable, but it is not untrue. we are in a democracy and everybody is entitled to their decisions. They are entitled to their interpretation, given whatever they have seen. And so we can interpret that J.J. Rawlings was a murderer. Just as some judge said that Akufo-Addo is a criminal and then he's in bed with the judiciary. It's okay, you can call him all names, but J.J. Rawlings is a murderer. Let's just call a spade a spade. Let's just leave it there, okay? Nobody's going to apologize for anything. If you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. Senator Rawlings was sitting there confident and happy, promoting Mutala to do whatever he was doing. Now she has been called daughter of a murderer, and then you, the Council of Unlaw, that's the only thing you have seen, yeah? That's the only part you have heard. They are also representing their thought. Whoever called her daughter of a murderer, he's looking at whatever he has experienced and all the things he has seen to call her daughter of a murderer. That is his opinion, and we are living under a democracy. We are not going to entertain this nonsense of always bringing your emotions first before thinking logically, okay? Because before that person said that, Senator Rawlings was promoting someone to also insult someone. You know, I've been trying very much to stay away from commenting about whether Bawumia should come back or whether we should give it to Kennedy Japan or whoever we want to give it to. I've just been trying to stay away from this conversation, but I think some people need some reminder or some education. Now, first of all, it is not every time you lose a competition or lose an election that you should be bitter. You have to look at the things that you have otherwise gained. Number one, we have sold Bawumia so well, and he has proven to the whole world and Ghanaians that he has the temperament to accept the will of the people. Number two, because of the division and the backstabbing within the MPP party, many people folded their arms and refused to campaign for Bawumia. For that reason, Bawumia had to work with a divided front to the extent that it took some of us to have to come on social media to rescue the campaign of the MPP. You should be very happy that we plugged 38% or whatever percentage that we had. You should be very happy, because if some of us had not even come on social media to campaign, you would have gotten less, and it is not going to be because of Dr. Mambome. It is going to be because of the unpopular nature of the MPP. Number three, prior to the campaign period, the most unpopular person in this country was Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, at least on paper. And what did you think that did to Bawumia's campaign in the 2024 elections? Number four, Bawumia had to muster courage to carry the MPP, a party that has been in power for 8 years. And we all know the terrain of elections in this country. We all know the tradition of voting in this country. Most people don't have the patience to give you more than 8 years. Most Ghanaians don't have the patience to give anybody more than 8 years. So what did you think Bawumia's chances should have been? I'll just leave it there. If losing one election is the standard of withdrawing a candidate out of the next election, then none of the ex-president of the MPP would have seen the light of day. We've consistently held our guards and kept believing and thinking that MPP is not a tribalistic party, but any attempt to withdraw Bawumia, any attempt to sideline Bawumia will tell us otherwise. Stop comparing Bawumia and Edu Boahin. Edu Boahin did not inherit a party that had been in power for 8 years. Edu Boahin was not going into a campaign where his party has been in power for 8 years. So stop doing that comparison. Do you know what it means to be in power for 8 years and still expect the people to see you as their best option? Do you know what it means? In fact, Bawumia saved your party. Bawumia saved the MPP. It would have collapsed. We all know that soon the NDC is going to run into leadership crisis. They are going to run into flag bearership crisis, and we'll be fools to be in the same position as them, because they already have an advantage on us. They are already in an advantage position. The best thing for us is to decide on who our candidate is going to be, so that in the next 3 years we are not going to have any brouhaha as to who is going to lead the party again. We are not going to divide ourselves again. We are going to be on a united front as a party. Otherwise, the NDC will beat us again in 2028. You sit down in Ashanti region with your entitlement and thinking that the party belongs to you. If you all leave the party, you hold your party and see if Ashantis alone can make you win the election in this country. You guys should keep on fooling yourself and keep on doing the bidding of someone. You will see.